NAU football and NAU men's basketball has a new place for games to be heard. Right here on NBC Sports Radio AM 1060. Make sure you're checking NBCSports1060.com for the complete broadcast schedule.
Tom Brady was just strip sacked by the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City has the ball in New England territory, down 19-27. Anytime that Tom Brady jogs off the field with his screw face, that is a great segment and great radio for me. Unlike the way that the Patriots are protecting Tom Brady, you need to protect your personal information. You like that segue, don't you, Ray? That's why I'm a professional. That's why I have a syndicated show. Call my guys down at Second Eye IT Security for your home business or personal office information technology needs. These consummate professionals have 20 years of both private and government sector experience managing cloud system, firewalls, virus removal, in addition to your laptop or PC repair needs. I personally use this product to protect my family's financial and private information from the cesspool of charlatans, hackers, and scam artists on the World Wide Web. For a free consultation, go to www.secondieitsecurity.com or call 800-320-8435. Tell them that the lovely Miss Ray Black sent you and receive a discounted offer. I nailed that, Rita. I'm getting nice at that. I'm nice. I'm nice on the mic. Speaking of people who are nice on the mic, I would like to bring in the third member of the crew, the lieutenant of the Universal Flipmode squad. Rampage is in New York working on his album and working on the album with the Flipmode squad. What's going on, Ramp? What's good with you?
What's going on, family?
Hey.
What's the word? How's everything, man?
Everything's good, man. We missed you. It's not the same, but Ray and myself are holding it down.
I miss you guys. I'll be back soon as possible, but I got a surprise guest. I got the best hype man in the world, Spliff Star. Hold up. Holla at him. Hold on.
What's going on, people? What's going on, people?
What's going on, Spliff? This is Lance from the Lance J Radio. I'm accompanied by the lovely Miss Ray Black, the female
Spliff.
voice that you hear.
Hey, beautiful lady. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. That's what's going on. How y'all feeling? What's going on over there?
We doing good. We're sitting here.
Game.
We're sitting here watching the Chiefs try to pull off this comeback against the Patriots. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, thanks for joining us this evening. We greatly appreciate it. You being a New York dude, I didn't have a chance to prepare because I think that Rob was initially supposed to get on, and we couldn't get with Rob, but you stepped in. We greatly appreciate it. Who do you rock with in football in New York? Do you rock with the Jets or do you rock with the G-Men?
I'm going to have to go with the G-Men.
So what do you...
I'm up to the Giants all day.
What do you feel about... Because last Thursday, they had a real rough time with Philly. I mean, it seems that they're going through a period of lean years. What do you feel about Eli Manning and the whole dynamic between him and Odell Beckham Jr.?
Can't go against the green, baby. E. Manning all the way, regardless of his wins or of his loses. I'm a big fan, and that's where I'm at with it. Only with him. I have nothing to say about nobody else, really.
Oh, no doubt.
Unless you talk about my man Pac-Man Jones, that's about it. Yeah.
Is Pac-Man Jones still in the league, or is he retired?
No, he's still in the league.
Is he with the Bengals? Who is he with?
Yes, he is.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Yes, he is. He's still out there looking like a young boy, still knocking him out here. That's my man. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? That's my man right there. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Pac-Man Jones. Shout out to University of West Virginia. Even though they did took a L last night, still a top 10 team in the country.
I didn't get to see that game. I was on a PJ coming from Canada. So I didn't get to see that game, but you know. But today, who played? The Giants played today, right?
Giants played. They played the Eagles on Thursday, and that was a difficult game for y'all.
I think we got Ra on the phone too.
Oh, you do have Ra on the phone. Let me talk to Ra if I can.
Okay, he on the phone. Ra Digga.
All right, we're surpassing the dead space rule.
We got everybody on the phone
on radio. So I'm gonna ask you another question, and I'm gonna ask Rob if she's there. Do you think Spliff? Do you think Because Eli Manning being 38 in the news, even your guys at the New York Post are saying that it's time for Eli to hang it up. When Eli hangs it up, whether that's this year or next year, is he a Hall of Famer? Is he going to have a bust in Canton? Or is he a dude that happened to beat Tom Brady twice and had some good years, but not one of the best ever?
No, we can't say that. We can't take that from him. He is one of the best ever. And he should get celebrated and saluted in that honor.
I agree.
In that way. For real. I can't take nothing from him. The man did a lot. How much rings we got? I mean, all right. Come on, man. All right.
Right.
Let's acknowledge
Him and his brother.
Let's acknowledge the greatness of the Manning family.
For real.
And they did their thing. So salute to this Manning family. Stand up, applause.
Right.
Respect. I got one more question for you, Spliff. And if you don't want to talk about it, I follow you on IG. I know that you had some recent health challenges, and it's good to hear you up. Good to hear you well. You sound like you got your energy up, man. So shout out to you. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to share about that, but it's just good to hear you sounding good.
I want to tell everybody this, man. You know, the worst thing you can do in life is not take care of yourself.
Yes.
Self-preservation is definitely a thing, and I had to learn the hard way. I really had like a 10% of my heart. So think about your cell phone on 10%.
Wow.
And I had 30% of oxygen in my body. So I think it was a wake-up call. Like, I've been smoking cigarettes for a long time, so everybody that smokes cigarettes, please try to stop. You know what I mean? I've been doing a lot of things for a long time.
Yeah.
That's not good to my body. But I've been getting it together. You know what I mean? I came down on the weight. I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling stronger.
That's
God
good.
is great. And
Yeah.
I'm continuing to do what I do. So it's all beautiful, y'all. And thank you so much for asking. But
No doubt, man. We need you. The game needs you out and healthy and hyping up the Flipmode squad and busting everyone. Like Ramp said, that's what you do. You the best hype man in the game. So the game needs you. Is Ra on the phone?
I am.
Ra,
Hey.
welcome to the Lance J Radio Network. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I tell Ramp all the time, you're my favorite person in the crew. So he gets super salty when I say that. But you are always my favorite MC on all the Flipmode albums. Can you talk, Ra? I'm curious. You have a dope podcast with Lord Jamar. Like, y'all getting into some real stuff, like not just politics and hip hop, but just the whole gamut. Y'all talk about everything. Tell some of my listeners on NBC Sports Radio about the podcast you do with Lord Jamar.
Well, it's a weekly podcast. We film on Wednesdays. We break it up into 3 segments that airs Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then you can watch the whole segment on Sunday. But I mean, if you're familiar with Brand Nubians and Lord Jamar and their legacy, you know, they're 5%, so they're definitely, you know, of the God body element.
Right.
And just, you know, they're very strong views as far as, you know, black people, our placement in history, are just basically all things, you know, surrounding black people, black culture, and everybody else is secondary. That is the, you know, that is the belief. And I think I add a little objectivity to the show. You know, we create a lot of conversations together. We don't always agree on things, and
y'all be butting heads frequently.
Yeah, yeah, we do. He doesn't like female rappers, so that right there is already like, I'm on your net.
Nah, that's a nice segue, Ra. Actually, I was just talking to my co-host Ray Black about some of the MCs. She's on the West Coast tip, so she'll follow more of the MCs on the West Coast. And people like you and Bahamadia and Light and the ladies that held it down on the East Coast. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about the individuals that influenced you as you were building your career and how you kind of got into the hip hop game?
Well, the 3 that influenced me, my big 3 are Roxanne Shante,
Yes,
MC Light, and Queen Latifah. Roxanne Shante, I always admired, her from the battle rap perspective, like just the fact that she was a female, always targeting dudes and going at dudes, like battling females or even paying the other females any mind wasn't ever really her thing. So that's something that I really picked up from her. And that, at that time, it was a male-dominated sport anyway. So
definitely,
you basically you had to break new ground through, with the guys. I would say MC Light kind of showed me how to be like how to deliver a quality project from a tomboy perspective. And man, that she was one that had like a husky voice and everything. Like
right.
She kind of, she just gave me that whole perspective of what to do with my voice and my cadence. And Queen Latifah, she added to me, I thought she was dope, representing herself as a queen and bringing that whole conscious element. And plus, she also lived down the street from me, so it was like, oh wow, look at this girl that lives, that goes to school down the street doing this. So that gave me the inspiration to really physically go and do it. It was different than just like seeing the other girls on TV. Like this was someone that I would physically see. So that definitely that just indicated to me that it was an attainable goal.
Right.
Now, being on the NJ side, and if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Lance J Radio Network. I got my man Rampage, who's co-host of the show. He's brought Spliff Star and Digga from the Universal Flipmode squad are working on a project together. So we're chopping it up with them about sports and about hip hop. I'm curious, Rod, because you're from New Jersey. You're from the NJ side of things. What are some of the teams that you rock with? Because I think that New Jersey is different, because I lived in New Jersey as a kid, and you got some people that really rock with the Philly teams, and then you have some people that rock with the New York teams. Who do you follow in sports and football and in basketball?
I'll be honest, I'm a cheesehead.
Oh man,
I'm a Packers girl.
How
We're
does
having
someone
phone problems about to get hung up on.
how does somebody from New Jersey follow the Packers? I'm curious.
Well, I'll say this. Football is actually one of the few sports that I understand all of the rules, like the whole technicality of it and everything. So once I learned the rules, and I became a big fan of Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, okay, in the position of quarterback, and I feel that this guy does quarterbacking the best. And then I just kind of started, following them, and I ultimately became I became a honorary cheesehead. So.
Wow.
Go, Pack, go.
Wow, we definitely going to have to put that one on a commercial. I asked you one more question. We got a break that we're coming up on. I need you, Ra or Spliff, anyone, because we really getting to know Ramp, and me and Ray, we had a lot of fun hanging out and just chopping it up between segments and after the show. I need one of you to tell me a war story in the next minute about Rampage. Tell me some funny story about him, kind of put him on blast in front of our listeners.
Don't put me on blast like that.
Put him on blast.
I got a funny story. We were in Chile, and the promoter basically just kind of dropped us off at the hotel, and we really didn't see him again until it was time to go to the event. So in the meantime and in between time, we're trying to figure out how to get around. And thank God I learned some Spanish in high school because we were about to be like starving in Chile. Like I had to literally go up to random strangers using like the 8 vocabulary words I know. I'm just going to people, come here.
Oh, man. Yo, thanks so much, Rampage, for bringing people from the crew on, man. Shout out to you, Ramp. Shout out to you, Rod Digga, Spliff
nice
Star.
to you guys.
Once again, Spliff, man, so good to see you up on your feet, man, and healthy. That's like you said, like all y'all say, health is wealth.
Yes.
Taking care of your body.
So
Thanks a lot, Flipmode team. We're going to be easing into this break. We really, really, really appreciate it.
See you guys.
Thank you, y'all.
Jeremy, you can't be hating on the talent as they come in, man. I know that you're
listen. I got all the
emotions
control
run
back
high
here.
about the Bears.
No, I got all the control back here. There won't be no talent coming on here with that stuff.
The only thing I disagree, I do think that eventually Aaron Rodgers is going to have to atone. We can't just keep saying that Aaron Rodgers is the best. Like, he's got to produce. He's got to eventually produce. We'll be back. Last segment, Lance J Radio Network, NBC Sports Radio.